Keeping the focus down in Charlotte at the opening, Clemson had a pair of commits that went one-on-one during drills. Defensive tackle Demonte Capehart out of South Carolina and guard Mitchell Mays out of North Carolina, both four-star players. What were your takeaways from seeing these two go one-on-one?
I mean, you see that quickness right there from Capehart and Mitch. Oh, who's that guy?
Is that you, Michael?
Whoa, who's that guy?
Michael making a cameo.
But I see Capehart make plays. He's so explosive, and he really does. And I will get to Mays in a second,
right?
Because he ended up finding a way to try to rebound, but Capehart really stole the show. But the big thing for me with Capehart, he reminds me a lot of Dexter Lawrence, not from a positional standpoint, but from what he does. Dexter Lawrence, I saw him play, and I wasn't super impressed over the course of the event. Even Ed Oliver, the same thing. I wasn't super impressed with what they were doing in the one-on-ones, like just the roundabout one-on-ones, and then you get to the final five, which is the top five of these guys, and then he cut himself loose. He was like, Ed Oliver was like, oh, no, I'll take reps and I'll whip all these guys behind, so it's fine. Dexter Lawrence, when he got to the final fives, when I saw him, I guess that would be 3 years ago in Charlotte.
Yeah.
26, yeah, I guess that would be 3 years ago in Charlotte when I saw him. He was a guy that decided, or 4 years ago, he was a guy that was like, okay, I don't have to take all these reps. I don't need to do all this. Like, I'm going to let these other guys do it. But then he got to the final five, and he was just like, bam, 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 sorry, winning. And I think, obviously, they got their invites to the opening. When I look at Capehart, I think Capehart, again, he plays to the level, not plays to the level of his competition. He has a healthy level of respect for top competition, and that's all he wants. To me, that's a college player. That's a college player that recognizes, I don't need to be playing against guys. I don't need to show you how good I am by beating up guys that aren't on my level. I need to be showcasing against guys that are on my level, which when he finally got the chance to go against Mays, he really showed up big. And then Mays had a couple rebounds where he showed, I've got to move, he recognized, I've got to move my feet, I've got to get set up. Mays also is a guy that's going to play guard. He's not going to play tackle. And I think he's much better as a guard than he is as a tackle. But Clemson's getting two very solid players. But Capehart, for me, again, he is someone that he plays up. When you put him on the field, I think when he gets to college, he, much like Xavier Thomas, much like Dexter Lawrence, much like Christian Wilkins, becomes, he's like, oh, the lights are on? Much like Amina Smith. When the red light comes on,
it's go time.
Game over.
It's go time.
Let's go.
So it's a big win for head coach Dabo Swinney.
Huge win.